What up guys? Distant Lands Obsidian finally dropped, and I will say I am pleasantly surprised. This one was so great. I liked it way better than the BMO Distant Lands episode, but before I continue ahead, a warning, this review does contain spoilers. They started off this episode establishing the setting very well. A new kingdom, new people. I had faith in this though because of the previous episode. In the BMO Distant Lands, they did establish the world well, and they did the same here. I wasn't invested immediately, but I did get to know the world and how things were going. And then we get our main character.
Glass boy.
Glass boy?
Glass boy! Glass boy! Glass boy!
Glass boy!
Glass boy!
Glass boy!
Glass boy! That's you, Glass boy.
Now I like Glass Boy. But I couldn't help but notice this character is pretty identical to Y5 from the BMO Distant Lands episode. I mean, both are underappreciated and overlooked members of society, both have something they want to prove, and both of them kind of go on this little quest to do so. It was a kind of little bit cliche, but I let it slide because Glass Boy is a beast at parkour.
Parkour!
What I absolutely loved most about this episode though was the callbacks. They didn't leave the time period as a mystery like they did in the BMO episode, but I liked it this way. I liked it that we knew this was after the finale. When Glass Boy arrived in U looking for Marceline, I loved seeing everything and everyone how we all remember, but just in the future. We were all wondering what life will be like after the Adventure Time finale. And here we get a glimpse of that from all the Candy citizens. Seeing everyone from Choose Goose and Root Beer Guy to now Simon, it was just amazing to see all these Candy people and others. I'm super glad they had these callbacks instead of just focusing on a brand new story. And man, it's so cute, Simon doing the open mic night, singing that beloved song that we all love from I Remember You.
That must be so confusing for a little girl.
And I know you're going to need me here with you.
This really made the Adventure Time universe feel more like a real world that we were just peeking into, instead of just this kind of fictional place that exists only in this show. Then our story begins. Marceline and PB head to the Glass Kingdom to defeat the monster larva. But what I found the funniest thing in this entire episode was when they left, Simon is here sneaking into Marceline's home, putting on the Ice King robes and grabbing ice out of the freezer.
What? This is how I cope!
This is just too funny, man. And it's these little things that make me realize that this show, this reboot or spin-off, is in good hands. It isn't just trying to appeal to a random market. It's not just a cheap cash grab. Instead, they are really building the universe. Now the rest of the episode contains 3 important arcs. There's Marceline's arc, of her searching around U and around this area for glimpses of her past. Bubblegum's arc, of her trying to fix the problem, and the flashbacks of the two. Now instead of just talking about the story, I wanted to talk about how these arcs are weaved together to create this final tale. What I think this episode is about is Marceline and PB's relationship. It's good, but they are carrying some baggage with them. What Marceline's journey shows is how our childhood shapes our future. Often we don't think it, but every little thing from when we were a kid has made us who we are today. And that is ever so evident with Marceline. She's almost shut her past out many times, almost pretending it didn't even exist in a few episodes. But she was forced to come to terms with many aspects of her life, to live a better life going forward. And now she's at a crossroads again, but this time in her relationship. She needs to get rid of her baggage so she can open up to PB. What PB's journey shows is how she's still so obsessed with how people see her and view her. So much so, she's trying to fix this whole problem herself. She claims she's let go of being a leader. She claims she's let go and she's more chill about these things. But in reality, deep down, she really wants that attention. Like when she was the princess and everyone looked up to her. So her journey is to break that narcissism so she can live a better and peaceful life with Marceline, and they can be happy together. And now our final journey, the past, the flashbacks. This here highlights something key, their origin as friends. Of course, we know how PB came to be. We know a lot about her from all the episodes. And same with Marceline, we know their origins. But what we don't know is their origins as friends. And these flashbacks show it. Before Finn and Jake, and before everything we know, how did they get to know each other? And this journey highlights that history and lets us understand why they're at a crossroads in their relationship and why it needs fixing. I really like these 3 story arcs. It made me invested watching this episode, wanting to know how each one would connect to each other and how they would fix it in the end. The storytelling game is on point. And in the end, as always, they save the day with the song and the power of friendship. And this final song was actually really good.
And I know we'll never grow old together, 'cause you'll never grow old to me.
And this further reiterated that this spin-off is actually made very faithfully, and I really like that. Because it's definitely not just some cash grab, it's genuine Adventure Time building from the show we all know and love. Big surprise here at the end was seeing Finn the human, as an old ass dude who looks like those homeless guys your mom tells you not to give money to outside the grocery store. Rocking that Jake tattoo as well. And then we got Bronwyn, I think, and the classic banana guards. A nice little callback to some cool characters. But we didn't get to see Jake. So I hope he's not dead and hope he's doing alright. But in the end, I really liked this episode. A really well made, nice story, nice music, nice characters. Definitely a great one for the Adventure Time books. Let me know your thoughts on this episode down below. Did you guys enjoy it? What were your favorite parts? But with that, my name is Rohan. Subscribe for everything Adventure Time. And until next time.
When I tend to talk less, I learn. And when I'm feeling off, I just burn. Still I was just tossing and turning. Would stop, but the thoughts all recur. Should've really getting sci-fi. Swear to God, this life is a trip. Sorry.